Good morning, students. In this video, we will discuss some important MCQ from chapter number 3. So, first question is sperms are produced in the first option is seminiferous tubule, second option is interstitial cells, third option is vas deferens, fourth option is prostate gland. So, out of these four options, which one is the correct answer? So, pause the video and try to answer the question. So the correct answer is seminiferous tubule. So try to recall the structure of that seminiferous tubule. So if you will cut the LSO of the testis, then we can observe that human testis, it is divided into many compartments called testicular lobule, and this testicular lobule 2 to 3 highly coiled seminiferous tubule, they remain present, and the formation of male gamete sperm takes place in seminiferous tubule. So this diagram is a seminiferous tubule, and in this diagram you can see that sperms they are getting formed. So the answer will be the seminiferous tubule. Next question is testosterone, the male sex hormone, is synthesized in. First option is seminiferous tubule, second option is interstitial cells, third option is vas deferens, fourth option is prostate gland. So prostate gland will be will is not a correct answer because prostate gland will never secrete the testosterone. Vas deferens is a duct which carry the male gamete. So our answer will be between A and B. Either it will be seminiferous tubule or it will be interstitial cell. So question is testosterone hormone is secreted. So we know that seminiferous tubule is mainly related with the production of male gamete sperm, and there are two types of cells present, that Sertoli cell and spermatogonia cell. So the correct answer will be the interstitial cell. So interstitial cell, they will release the testosterone hormone. So in this diagram you can see that interstitial cell, or these cells are the interstitial, sorry, these particular cells are the interstitial cells which will help in the formation of that testosterone. Now come to the next question. Mature sperms are stored in. First option is seminiferous tubule, second option is vas deferens, third option is epididymis, fourth option is seminal vesicle. So here the question is about mature sperms. They are stored in which structure? So in seminiferous tubule, the formation of sperms takes place. Vas deferens is not the answer because vas deferens is a duct which will conduct that male gamete. Seminal vesicle, it is a gland which will release some secretion. So this one will be also not answer. So our correct answer will be the epididymis. So epididymis is a structure which will temporarily stores the male gamete. So in this diagram you can see that this particular region is a testis and this particular region is a epididymis, which is divided into three different parts: head of the epididymis, middle piece, and tail of the epididymis. So the after the formation of male gamete sperms, they get mature at the in the epididymis. Now next question: how many mature eggs are typically produced by each ovary of non-pregnant women each year? So this is a very interesting question. So question is, once more we will read the question. How many mature eggs are typically produced by each ovary? So your question is asking from each ovary how many mature eggs will be produced of a non-pregnant woman, and this woman is non-pregnant. So we all know that a woman possesses one pair of ovary, and each ovary produce female gamete during the menstrual cycle, which is of almost about 1 month. So the production of ovum or female gamete or mature egg, it takes place in alternate manner. So in during the first reproductive cycle, if right side of the ovary will produce the mature eggs, then next reproductive cycle the left side ovary it will produce the mature eggs. So now I hope that you will able to answer this question. So how many mature eggs are typically produced by each ovary of non-pregnant women each year? So answer will be 6. So A option will be the correct answer. Now next question is, gonads in organisms are derived from. So gonads means the reproductive structure in human male, the one pair of testes is gonad, and human female the pair of ovaries the gonad. So gonads in organisms are derived from ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, or all of these. So this is a memory based question, so we have to keep in our mind that gonads, they are mesodermal in origin. So correct answer will be the mesoderm. Mesoderm, they will give rise to the testis in male and ovary in female. Now we will come to the next question. So uterus masculinus is, first option uterus anteriorly, second option seminal vesicle of man, third option vagina, fourth option none of these. So this uterus masculinus, so this is not given in NCERT book, but in side book you may get these terms. So what is uterus masculinus? So uterus masculinus is a persistent Mullerian duct. So what is Mullerian duct? So there are two types of duct systems present in the human beings. One is a Wolffian duct and second one is a Mullerian duct. Generally Wolffian duct it is present in human male and Mullerian duct it is present in human female. And Wolffian duct it gives rise to the male reproductive structure, and Mullerian duct it gives rise to the female reproductive structure. So these Wolffian duct and Mullerian duct, these are embryonic structure. So this uterus masculinus, so it is a persistent Mullerian duct in human male. So generally Mullerian duct it gives rise to the female reproductive system in female. So it is a vestigial embryological remnant of the paramesonephric duct system in male. So correct answer will be uterus masculinus is a uterus anteriorly. This is not correct. So correct answer is the option B, which is seminal vesicles of man. So uterus masculinus is related with seminal vesicle of man. Next question, the phase of menstrual cycle when fertilization is possible is. So here we have to read that question once again. The phase of menstrual cycle. So menstrual cycle is divided into 4 different phases: menstrual phase, follicular phase, ovulatory phase, and luteal phase. So the phase of menstrual cycle when fertilization is possible. Here possible word is given. It is not that 100% it will be sure. So the phase of menstrual cycle when fertilization is possible. First option is follicular phase. Second option is luteal phase. Third option is bleeding phase, or which is also known as menstrual phase, or fourth option is any of these. So any of these option, that option D, it is neglected because it is never be possible. That menstrual phase, this one will be also neglected because in this phase also the possibility of fertilization is almost zero. So our answer will be either follicular phase or luteal phase. So in follicular phase, why follicular phase will be not our answer? Because during follicular phase, the female egg it starts maturation, or that female egg it undergoes some changes. So it will first it will become primary follicle, then secondary follicle, then tertiary follicle, then it will form the mature graphene follicle. So during this phase also the process of fertilization can never be takes place. So possibility is there that luteal phase, which just comes after the ovulatory phase, after the ovulation, once the ovum will be released, the luteal phase will start. So the answer will be luteal phase, which is option number B, because in question it is given possible. Now we'll come to the next question. The interstitium surrounding the mammalian ovary is, first option is smooth muscle, second option is membranes, third option is connective tissue, or fourth option is none of these. So the interstitium surrounding the mammalian ovary is option C, which is the connective tissue. Now next question is, human semen is liquid at ejaculation but soon coagulates within 15 minutes and again undergo secondary liquefaction by the enzyme released by the prostate gland. So what is the name of this enzyme? First option is erepsin, second option is cathepsin, third option is lysine, or fourth option is plasma. So generally these things you will not get in NCERT book. So this is a memory based question. So the answer is plasma, option D. Now we'll come to the next question. In mammals, the testes are connected posteriorly by dash to scrotal sac. So in this question, it is simply asking that what is the name of that structure by which testes it remain attached posteriorly to the scrotal sac. So so we have to keep in mind the meaning of anterior and posterior. Anterior means front side and posterior means back side. So we all know that testis is located in scrotal sac. So between that testis and scrotal sac, there is a structure which will connect that testis to the scrotal sac. So here question is asking about that structure. So once more we'll read that question. In mammals, the testes are connected posteriorly. It is not asking anteriorly. Here question is clearly mentioned that posteriorly by dash to scrotal sac. So first option is spermatic cord, second option is diatus muscle, third option is rachis, fourth option is gubernaculum. So the correct answer will be the gubernaculum. So in this diagram you can see that, so this is the testis, so posteriorly they remain attached with a structure which is known as gubernaculum. So the correct answer is the option D. Now come to the next question. The muscles helping in getting warmth in testis are, first option is cremaster, second option is dortus, third option is gubernaculum, fourth option is mesoarchium. So here the question is the muscles helping in getting warmth in testis. So we all know that for the process of spermatogenesis 2 to 3 degrees Celsius less temperature is required, which is only possible because testes they are located in that scrotal sac. So which muscle helping in getting warmth in testes? So how the testes they get warm? So they will ascend and they will come in contact with the body and finally they will gain some heat from body and they will get warm. So which muscles will help in ascending of the testes? So the answer will be the cremaster muscle. So in option it is given. So first option is the cremaster muscle. So this is a testis and it is located in a sac-like structure called a scrotal sac. So these cremaster muscle they will help in the getting warmth from the body. So this cremaster muscle will contract and finally this testis it will ascend and finally it will come in contact with the body. Now next question is, the sperm becomes mature and fully motile in rete testis, chorda epididymis, vasa differentia and seminal vesicle. So this is very simple question. So sperm become mature and fully motile in chorda epididymis. So this is the structure of epididymis. So this is the testis and this structure is known as the epididymis. So in this epididymis, the sperms they get mature. So I hope these questions they will help you for preparing the NEET exam. So wish you all the best. Thank you.